Hi everyone! So I'm sorry this video is late. I've been really busy with life and stuff. And this isn't going to be like my normal recap videos. Because I only watched the season premiere of Glee once. So I'm basically going on what I remember, which was pretty much a week ago. So, I know that Brad Falchuk wrote this episode, so that gave me hope because he usually does a great job. I didn't catch who directed the episode like usual, but overall, there were so many guest stars in this episode. There were a lot of people in it. But anyway, I'm going to start with the songs that I remember that he did. Um, I remember the first opening one was Yesterday, which was so heartbreaking to see Leah Michelle sing the song. She did like a very sad, heartbreaking rendition of it, and all I thought about was Corey when she sang it, and like it just it takes me a lot to get emotional to cry at things, but I was definitely crying after that. So then after that we go to Ohio and we see Blaine and Kurt having this wonderful gay picnic outside that was so cute. Like they were adorable. Their outfits were ridiculous though, and they did this big deal, bands singing. They both prepared the same song to sing to each other, which was amusing. And, Blaine got Kurt to agree to be boyfriends again, which was step one of his master plan. So it turns out he's serious about really asking Kurt to marry him, which I'm kind of like, wow. We already know that Rachel and Finn tried the whole engagement marriage thing once, and we saw how well that turned out. So I didn't really think that this was going to happen this quickly, especially since they just became boyfriends again. But, Blaine has his little heart set on asking Kurt to marry him, and he does this grand, sweeping gesture of love by getting all of the Glee clubs together that they've basically beaten to help him with the proposal. So I thought it was so over the top and ridiculous that you had to love it. I mean, seeing all of those teams back together again, like the Warblers and Vocal Adrenaline, minus Jesse St. James, even though he shouldn't really be in the choir anymore. So I guess that's why he wasn't included in that montage. But they even had the Haverford or whatever, the School of the Deaf kids. I mean, it was just really cute and like so crazy, and we saw like everybody came back for the proposal. I know I'm jumping all around, but I figured I'll just go couple by couple. So, and then I love Burt Hummel. He is like the best TV father ever, and he's so honest and true when it comes to giving advice to Kurt and telling him just to go with his gut and how he feels in the moment, and that will be the right decision. So like you just see like everybody comes back for it, and all you need is love is the song that's sung throughout the whole proposal, and then the actual proposal itself is so sweet. Again, this is like the second time I got teared up at this episode. Um, so, I was hoping for Kurt. Like, I kind of wanted him to say no, only because I thought that would add more drama. But he said yes. So I'm sure all the Clean-shippers are extremely happy with that decision. And we'll see how this goes for their relationship, because Blaine's still in Lima and Kurt's in Bushwick, so who knows how the story will play out. However, we all know that Clean is Ryan Murphy's favorite couple, and of course he wants them to be forever. He tweeted that as much. So no matter what, they'll definitely be endgame for sure. We know that they'll be together. Um, so splitting that or splicing that in between, you might as well finish up with the kids in Lima. We got to see more of Brooklyn and more of the New York City part, which made me happier. So the major storyline that came about was Kitty and Artie, which I think that they are adorable together. I think that they balance each other out well, and I think that Brad Falchuk's humor was shown a lot through this episode, especially dealing with like mentioning certain things, like how Kitty's like been like a fucking psychopath like last season, and how Artie has changed her. And I just thought like the songs that they sang, like You've Got to Hide Your Love Away, I thought that the song choices went more went better along with the storylines that we're doing, which is how Glee used to be back in the day. They didn't use the songs just as songs and write stories about them. They were more cohesive together. So that's the new couple that happened, which I'm super duper excited about them together. It's like cute. And then I came to realize how much of a ladies' man Artie is, because he got Tina and Brittany and then Sugar supposedly, and then he even had Quinn crushing on him when they were both in wheelchairs. So he's kind of run the gamut. He's kind of been like on the DL about this, but he's quite the ladies' man, actually. So the other storyline was Tina acting hysterical, which I didn't think she was really acting hysterical. Saying like, basically outing Kitty and Artie as a couple. I guess that was kind of mean. So then the boys take it upon themselves to sing a song to her, and they're all dressed up in their Ed Sullivan get-ups, and I thought that was a really cute rendition. And then it's basically all of them asking her to pick one of them to be date to the prom. So she picks Sam, if I remember correctly, because Blaine would be her obvious choice, but she wanted to stick it away from her, feelings for her gay best friend. And then I guess I don't know why she doesn't pick the other two. So she picks Sam, if I remember correctly. I'm sure people will tell me if I'm wrong. So that kind of leads into the fact that this coming episode will be prom. So is there anything else that happened? There's nothing else that I can remember dramatically in Lima. So let's switch over to New York. So we come to find out that Santana has quit her job at Coyote Ugly. Unfortunately, we never get to see her dance in Coyote Ugly, but she's now working at some diner, and she was able to get Rachel a job there. So Rachel's kind of like, alright, kind of out of sorts, doesn't really know what's going on. And they have these adorable outfits, though, and I guess this is kind of like a Johnny Rockets type establishment, because they supposedly sing and dance every so often, just like they do at Johnny Rockets. So the producer and the lead character for Funny Girl happened to come into the diner to eat, and Santana points it out to Rachel, and they end up singing Hard Day's Night, which I thought was adorable. I think it's great that there's this friendship that's happening now between Rachel and Santana. Now that they're living together, they're both in New York, they're both looking out for each other, and I think that Rachel's pregnancy scare also helped that friendship along. I think as much as Santana's so snarky and complains about Rachel and Kurt, she obviously loves them, and she's really friends with them. So I just thought that I was excited. I'm always excited to see Santana anyway, so I thought that was a great song that they did together. So that's my very quick recap of what happened. I'm really excited about tonight's episode, the second part of the Beatles and their season premiere. Most of you have probably seen all the songs on iTunes, and the ones they do a pretty good job of covering the Beatles from beginning to end. And I'm obviously excited about Dantana. I'm kind of annoyed that they've been shipping themselves before we've even seen them as a couple together. So I feel like that places a lot of expectations on like Naya Rivera and Demi Lovato, and that their chemistry will work. So I guess that they think that they work as a couple because they've been promoting them as Dantana since like forever. And Demi and Naya have been tweeting about Dantana as well. But I'm not going to lie, I am excited about them. I have never seen Demi Lovato act. I didn't see her on all the stuff she did. Is it on Disney Channel or Nickelodeon? Whatever she did before. I only know Demi from The X Factor and from her songs. So I'm excited to see her act. And I'm excited to see Santana, or Naya, Santana. It's hard sometimes for me to differentiate between the two. I'm excited to see Santana be nervous and anxious over a girl, because we didn't really get to see that when she was with Brittany and when she was with Quinn. Like, Santana was in her element. She knew that she was the dominant, or the more dominant person in both relationships. I mean, the Quintana thing was just a one-night stand. So, talking about her and Brittany, there was back and forth a lot, but Santana always knew where she, like, always knew that she loved her. So this is a completely new experience for her. Seeing a girl that she likes and getting all panicky, and she said getting like that sweaty, sticky feeling under her boobs or something hysterical that she says, that she thinks she's really pretty. So it's excited to see her get all crazy, and like Rachel being like, "What the f is your problem, Dantana? Like, calm the fuck down." So I mean, I just really am. They already released a really quick 30-second scene that they have together, and so that whole scene just makes me excited for the whole episode. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And I posted this thing, or this note on Tumblr, which is basically saying that Britannia is my one true pairing. I swear that they are. But is it possible for me to believe that, but to also be excited about Dantana? Because as I said, I've come to realize that I'm a Santana shipper at heart. And I just want her to be happy, to fully, like, be comfortable in her own skin, and to find love, and to be happy and make a good life wherever she ends up. Right now it's New York City. So that's what I want for her the most, for Santana to be happy and to find love. Ultimately, I hope that love ends with Whitney, but as we all know, Heather Morris just had her baby boy, Elijah, so that's exciting. But it looks like Heather will not be back at all this season. So Santana's going to have to find some lady loving somewhere else, so why not start with Danny? And hopefully we'll see how they act together. I already feel the chemistry between them and all the little like stills that we've seen that they've released, and that 30-second clip, like I said, that I saw. So it's palpable. They do have chemistry together. So I think we'll get a better chance to see it when they sing "Here Comes the Sun" tomorrow, and see how it turns out. So anyway, those are my thoughts on what's happening, and I look forward to giving you a more thorough Glee-cap with the next episode. I promise to pay more attention to, like, as I usually do. So anyway, peace out, homies. Take care. Bye.